Okay, at the top of midday on the agenda, we take you to KwaZulu-Natal now, where a senior member of the Osuthu Royal Council was shot and killed last night. The incident occurred shortly after he returned from the Zulu Reed Dance celebrations. SABC News reporter Bonagni Gema is on the story for us and joins us now. Thank you for your time, Bonagni. So we understand that you have some family members with you there. And what do we know so far about this particular story?
Well, Mxolisi, we all woke up to this shocking news. Mxolisi, you can understand the day. We were very joyous yesterday at the Reed Dance, and Dr. Blasos Khumalo was part, of the celebrations at the Enyogeni Palace. And just when he was about to enter his home, that is behind me, Mxolisi, that's when he was met by gunmen who then shot and killed him, outside his house when he was just about to enter with his vehicle. Not much is known yet because Mxolisi, as soon as we got here, we did see police officers busy with their investigation. We saw other members of the community coming to grieve with the family. I saw the mayor of KwaNongoma municipality also coming in to grieve with the family. But let me bring in the family. I have with me, the son and daughter of Dr. Blasos Khumalo. I'll start with you, Mashobane, the son of the late Dr. Khumalo. Utalukolo or Khumalo. Sir, we thank you very much for your time. From what we know, I understand you were not here yesterday when this incident occurred, but you got the news. What happened yesterday?
Yesterday I got the news that my father was assassinated in the gate, and then he was shot by unknown men in the gate while he was coming back from Enyogeni. We don't know what was the reason because as far as we know, our father doesn't have any enemies. So we are shocked as a family, and even now we are still sure we don't know what was the problem.
We understand that Dr. Khumalo was serving also in the Osuthu Royal Council, was the right-hand man of the late King Zulu. Zulu also worked closely with the current King Mr. Zulu. Did he ever voice maybe any discomforts that was having in his work there?
There was no any discomfort that he has ever voiced. According to us, he was working with the traditional of the local council of the traditionals, and we never heard of anything or maybe like any rumors that maybe it's got a problem with the royalty.
Now, I want you to take us back to your last, interaction with your father. How was it like? What kind of discussions did you have? Anything that you did pick up there?
I can't say I pick up anything because the last conversation that we had, we were talking about something else, which was not part of this traditional thing that's going to be taking place here in Enyogeni. It was just a family thing. But when we were talking, there was nothing which was suspicious, whether there was anything that he was feeling or maybe didn't say anything about any enemies or what. But we are so surprised the way he was assassinated just in front of the gates. So we are still shocked.
Now, lastly from me to you, the police are here now. They are busy with investigation. I did see the police calling in, to have a small discussion with the family. What kind of outcome are you looking to see now?
What I can say, the law must take its course, and then you must see justice, and then justice must be served.
Thank you very much for your time. Let me bring in the daughter, Mama Tlusipi Kamalako Nesbongo, and just tell us now that your father is no more. The kind of memories that you two shared together.
I'm Bongi Mtolo, the first daughter of the late Mr. D.P. Khumalo. My dad was a wonderful, always happy. So I'm still in a shock, really. The last time we had a gesture with him, it was 2 weeks back when we had my mom's unveiling. Even there, he was just okay. Nothing much I can say about it, but really we are in shock. So really, we plead the government to take a stand in this, and justice must be served.
Now finally, because I understand
Okay, we're battling there with the line, and of course, as you can imagine there, that's of course our reporter Bonagni Gema there on the story for us, and we will try and get back to him as he continues to have conversations with members of the Khumalo family following the passing of Induna Khumalo. Let's take you back there.
Yeah.
Now, studio lost us back there. I want you to repeat that part when you're speaking about his passion for the Zulu culture, the drone, and everything that has to do about culture.
Everything about culture. He was a very, very a cultural man. So he understood the traditions a lot. and he likes Zulu nation. So he was very, very passionate about this Zulu culture. as
Now,
such.
how many of you now are left behind? How many wives did you leave behind and grandchildren?
Okay, my dad had 2 wives. We are from the first wife. We were 3. Now we were left with 2 with my brother. Then in the second wife, he had two children, a son and a daughter. Yes.
Thank you very much for your time. Well, this was the son and daughter of the late Dr. Blasus Khumalo. You know, was also a member of the cultural think tank known as Indonza Yesizwe. A huge gap has been left now here in the whole province of KwaZulu-Natal, expecting the different dignitaries also making their way to mourn with the family. You know, details of the funerals are yet to be discussed with the family. They will then relay that to the media.
Utterly shocking indeed, Bonagni. So now Induna Khumalo was in high spirits yesterday throughout, the proceedings. We saw as we brought this to our viewers live and as it happened yesterday. Bonagni, give us a bit of a background, perhaps, of the role that he played during the reign of King Zwelithini, as well as now the reign of King Misizulu. Tell us a bit of a backstory about him.
Well, Mxolisi, you know, I personally may not have enough information on Dr. Blasus Khumalo, but I did see, different, media statements that have been released by different institutions, including, the ANC in the province. They were saying that the gap that is leaving behind because, he was an academic, Mxolisi. He was a person who was very passionate about culture, to be, the right-hand man of the late king. And we understand that he was personally appointed by the late king to be Undunankulu of Osuthu Royal Council. So you can see that this was a man who had really deep knowledge about the culture, deep knowledge of the role, of tribal councils and traditional leaders in society. And he relayed that he was not a person who was stingy with information. People are saying this was a person who was always ready to share what he knows about Zulu culture. So you can understand that many people right now are bleeding, with this loss.